It's day 4 of the Serenity Sew-Along. I'm Kelly, and today I'm going to show you how to sew the sleeves to our Serenity sweater. It's now time to attach the sleeve to our Serenity sweater. So earlier in the sew-along, we had talked about pattern markings, and that's what you see right here with these clips. So the front of our arm's eye has 1 mark, and then our back has 2. Our sleeve has markings that correspond with those marks on the arm's eye. So the 2 triangle markings is the back of the sleeve, the single triangle marking is the front, and then this marking at the top of the sleeve cap is our shoulder seam. So we're going to take the body of our Serenity sweater and open it up so that this arm's eye forms a C shape. So just like that. So this is the arm's eye right here. Our shoulder seam is right here, and then we have our back in the front. So we're going to take our sleeve and we're going to place it right side together, matching that center mark with the shoulder seam. Just like that. Now if we take our sleeve and we lay it out like this, we have an image that looks pretty much identical to the diagram in our instructions. So now we're going to take the front of the sleeve cap and we're going to bring it around so that the raw edge of the sleeve lines up with the raw edge of the arm's eye right here. And we're going to match those markings. Just like so. And then the end will match up also. So now take the back right here and we're going to bring this up so that it matches up with our back marking on the arm's eye. Just clip into place. And then the end will come around and match up as well. So there. So because we're fighting with 2 curves that go in opposite directions, it kind of looks a little bit messy, but it will work together and sew along. So now you can see this is the right side of the sleeve right here. This is the wrong side of the body. We're going to match up these cut edges right there. So we're just going to line those up and pin your sleeve into place however much you need. So again, you can see this is where our curves are going the opposite directions. You're just going to take them and help bring them together. So, and we're going to kind of ease the sleeve into the arm's eye as we do this. There we go. Now I'm going to take this to my serger and sew it together right along this seam right here. Alright, so and again, however many pins or clips you need to be comfortable attaching that, whatever works for you. So some people like more, some people like less. And then just sew these in place, easing the cut edges together. As you go around. Alright. Just taking my time, making sure that my fabric's flat. If you have not had a lot of experience sewing sleeves in, I would highly recommend that you sew this with a sewing machine first, so that then if you do have to make any adjustments, it's a lot easier to unpick that sewing machine stitch instead of a serger. Alright, so this is all sewn together here. And now we're going to take our shirt and we're going to line it up so that it's right sides together. And we're going to match up this seam that goes from the hem of the sleeve down to the bottom hem of the shirt. So I like to start with this arm's eye seam and just clip that in place right there. And then fold the sleeve right sides together. And just clip in place. And get that lined up properly there. So just pin it in place as you need. And now the bottom. So remember when we pressed that back hem up and we created this memory crease right there? We're going to line that memory crease up. So we're going to line the memory crease up right there with the bottom of the front of the shirt. So let's flip this over so it's a little bit easier to see. So this is a back piece and this is our front. And I'm just lining the front up with the back, right like that. And so now we're going to take this back and we're going to wrap it around the front. Very similar to what we did with our shoulder seam. And then just pin the rest of this in place. And then we're going to sew in one continuous seam from the shoulder seam from the sleeve hem all the way down to the bottom hem of the shirt. Alright, so see how we have the back is folded around the front? We're going to go all the way through that. Okay, so here we have it. We have that side seam sewn into place, and then there is our bottom wrapped over the front. So now when we turn this right side out and open that up, that back is going to fold over to the back and it falls into place right where we pressed it earlier. And then we have a nice clean finish right here on our side seam. And then this is what it looks like from the front. So we have our overlap, our wrap, and our side seam, and then the back. When we come back, we will be top stitching that hem in place in the back.